everybody, it's your boy Insight. It's Thursday. This is one of my stronger days of the week. I feel always pumped on a Thursday. Ooh, except for that cough. Anyway, I got a guest here. We've been on Twitter for a while, me and this dude, and I like to bring new people in. So what's up, Kenneth Supreme?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, you got the beater on. I love the guns, man.
Yeah, that's why I said every day is open carry.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, you gotta and you're in Cali. You got to watch out with that, right? I mean, you got to, they can arrest you for those kind of guns, right?
Yeah, exactly. They, well, I don't know. Everywhere is different. I live in San Diego, so we have a heavy military, presence.
Yeah.
So, like, sheriffs and stuff they're not doing stop and frisk in San Diego.
Got you. Now, I've been to San Diego once. I was about 14. I just remember the weather being like the nicest weather ever. Like because I'm from Jersey, and we have seasons here, obviously, and our summers can be hot. Like it could be as hot in New Jersey as you go at the same time Florida. If I fly back from Florida, it could be this hot. But like I remember no humidity. I remember just like perfect weather. Like it was weirdly perfect almost.
Sorry, you cut off at that last part.
I said it's like weirdly perfect weather.
Yeah, it's I would say 2 or 3 weeks out of the year we get heavy rain, and then 2 or 3 weeks out of the year we get like above 100. But the rest of the time, like it's like perfect. We're spoiled.
There you go. I think my internet might actually be jacked up, but hopefully, let me know. Keep me posted if I'm like, that looks like I'm behind almost, which is weird. Like I'm like, whoa. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put your tag. Hang on a second. I have some slides. Boom. All right. So I got some slides. That's if you want to follow Kenneth Supreme on have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
All I'm thinking about is Beef Supreme when I when I see your name. I'm like, I don't know why. It's like introduce to Beef Supreme every time,
Kenneth Supreme is like a famous drug lord from back in the day.
Oh, nice.
And it's like literally the coolest person with the name Kenneth.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of my name, so.
Yeah, Kenneth Supreme. It's almost like Rick Ross kind of deal over here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
George.
But
George
none of
Young.
my account is me pretending to be a tough guy. I'm mostly just jokes.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna. I like to do some. We're gonna do the fight preview for the UFC, which I really had a tough time. Women's MMA, I really have a tough time picking. And we're gonna we'll talk about the Lomo Haney fight a little bit. You wanted to do
Definitely
talk the weekend, but so let's talk. So we got that. So boom, there's the two fighters. Haney looking huge in that. I don't know, like looking huge. And then Dern and Angela Hill. I heard you love Angela Hill. Let me ask you this. My cousin was over. He does MMA. He's actually fighting at the casino in Pennsylvania, June 10th. I posted it. He does amateur. His coach is Elise Reed from the UFC. Anyway, long story short, he's over. We're talking about Angela Hill, and he said that her grandpa was the one that was abducted by the aliens.
Yeah, she said that at the end of some Rogan I guess she was on Rogan's podcast, and like on her way out, she was like, "Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring this up, but my grandparents are Benny and Barney Hill."
Yeah, dude, is that for real?
Apparently, yeah. I guess. I mean,
holy shit.
She doesn't have any reason to lie about it.
So he's saying that my cousin, I'm like, she got abducted by aliens. I'm like, nah. And then he says Benny and Barney Hill, and I'm like, because I watch a lot of alien shit, like just like regularly, and I'm like, I know that story. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what? Anyway,
they're one of few like pretty legit abduction stories that they
like they're like the legit one, and really like they weren't believed because they were an interracial couple at one point, right? I mean, not at one point they were, but it was so far back in the day that wasn't like regular back then. Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. They just thought they were crazy people. Like, look at them, they're dating outside their race. They must be psychotic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they weren't abducted by aliens. They're just like they're crazy because they're like they went outside their race type shit. Yeah, I know, it's like ridiculous, right? Yeah, we've come a long way with that, at least black and white have. I got on the internet a while ago. I got in a fight with one of the woke the woke mob girls on MMA Twitter. I just said like, yo, I love how like some races you can't intermarry because it's cultural, but it's really like their religion. Like they won't let, but like black and white people get married for a long time now. And then she said that I was projecting that I didn't want my daughter to marry a black guy. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
Oh my God.
Like, yo, and then I was done with that. Like it was one of the, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. I was just like I don't know
it's
how
like,
you.
No, ma'am. I was talking about gypsies.
Like I was talking about more like the races that like will like disown the person for marrying somebody that's not the same skin color like that. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, and I don't know, whatever. Anyway, let's move on from that. So look, I got a couple. Oh wait, what happened? What happened? Oh, you kidding me? Did I not put in the? Okay, I did not put in the ones I wanted to. Hang on, I'm gonna get up on the screen then. So hang on a second. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I can pull this off. I've never done it this way, but I'm gonna try. Let's see here. I mean, we can talk about. Let's do it while we do this. While I do this, let's talk about the fights. I'm gonna try to multitask, Ken, but I will see if I can pull it off. So first fight, we got Sato and I'm really bad pronunciating things. So and names actually versus Demba. What do you got going on here, man?
The first fight of the night.
Yep, first fight. We'll go from the first back.
I think I went with Sato.
Yeah.
He's fought a little more. And I think his last opponent, if I'm not mistaken, he's on a decent losing streak. I think he has a little bit more to prove.
Yeah, he does.
I'm also not looking for any knockouts. He has a few more fights in the MMA or the UFC, so his competition because Grimbo is this is going to be his second fight in the UFC. So who knows how the second round of adjustments in the camp will make.
Yeah,
I would probably have to go Sato though. He looks good.
Yeah, and Sato is a lot. He's young too. I think he's only like 23 or so, or maybe I think he's young. No, he's not young. He's 32. I'm thinking of the Chinese guy later. Who did I pick? Let me see. What did I do? I did. I did Gorman. Now the reason being, Sato's I had him on a losing streak, and I feel like he was one. So this card is filled with guys that were supposed to be good, like Chase Hooper, Buckley.
I would even say the same thing with Hill.
Angela, like almost like people that like are like at the edge of being cut because they haven't programmed. Like so, Sato came in. Look at his record. He's 16-6, but he's lost 4 of his last 5. So when he came in, he was like 15-1, which is crazy, right? Let me see.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can add this back now because I did add the slides, but I did it real sloppy. Like,
2 and 4 in the UFC.
So he came in like really good.
But TKO against Ben Saunders is not bad, and Jason Witt not bad.
Yeah,
both. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, so he obviously has probably a stinger to him. He could probably put somebody out.
Yeah.
But these other fights, 3 rounds, 2 rounds, deep in the, I guess if you make it into the second, you have a good percentage of winning.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. So let's go over these real quick. These are just funny tweets that I find. So this is backstage. I got this Khabib shirt on actually, but backstage, it's like Sean McGregor being upset about Khabib, and this dude Bob wrote, the funny thing is about the situation is that constant disrespect between fans. Yes, this rivalry is very personal and maybe going on, but to even witness the magnitude of it all is amazing. We'll never see it again. So again, a lot of fans have been brought in. Me and you were a little older, but like brought in by Khabib or brought in by Conor, and like the fans are just relentless with these two, right? On Twitter, like it's like ridiculous, right?
I don't think they're real fans. I think they're all you played football or you were into football?
Yeah.
You know how there was always a dad who never played football, but he watches every Sunday night game, and he always calls people idiots or they suck.
Yeah.
And then you listen to like real analysts, and you'd be like, you know what? The decision-making process for this quarterback was bad.
Yeah.
You know, they actually break it down. I think that's what the squeakiest wheel type thing. Like all we hear the people calling McGregor this or calling Khabib that, and like the real people are just saying like most of the people won't. Most of the MMA fans don't talk like that.
Yeah, I think it's the young kid. I think it's the kids personally. Like they're just like, and I like your comparison with the dad never played, and that's good. And the dad that never really understood levels probably either. But
yeah,
I like to compare these fans to NASCAR fans. Like I always say that, like they think, oh, you know what? Connor will tweak this, almost like he'll change his tires and he'll be back and do this. And it's like, I think Leon Edwards really improved. There's a few guys I've seen over these, like he must have worked on takedown defense religiously until he saw Usman again, right? Because he got mauled the first time. It's hard to learn wrestling later in life too. It's hard. Like it's not a sport. So, but like these guys will be like they treat their fighter like Tony Ferguson fans treat their fighter like a NASCAR. Like this guy is done, and they're like, no. He's gonna take 6 months off this time. He's gonna come back better than ever. It's like, dude, like this isn't a car where you can take the motor out, but his brain is his only brain. You know what I mean? Like his chin is his only chin. Like they treat them like NASCARs. To me, like I started watching fighting, and I watch all fighters. Like I feel like when they get tagged to one dude, all their money's in that one basket, and they can't let go.
Full discretion, honesty, I was Tony Ferguson was so close. He was so close.
Yeah.
Then it was just like that Oliveira that I you know what I want to tell you the turning point of his career was?
Justin Gaethje?
No. The last 13 seconds of the first round of Tony Oliveira or Charles Oliveira. When he put him in that arm bar and tucked it under his armpit and then pushed his hips up and he didn't tap. After that, his left arm was useless from that point forward. And then Gaethje, and then a long time off, and then Chandler.
Well, I tell you, the Gaethje thing, like he was like catching those imaginary flies in the 4th or 5th round, and I was really concerned about his brain there. I felt like
I remember him getting tagged up and then him doing like this head stake thing, and it was like, oh
yeah, it was like it was like brain injury movements, like catching things that weren't there, and it was like,
that was bad.
We gotta stop this fight, right? All right, so next one, speaking of that, look at this, walk right into it. It was it's talking about the new fight, Poirier versus Justin again, and this guy Art of Jan's talking about how much Dustin cries, but somebody told me this. It might have been you. I don't know if it was you or somebody said this. If it was you, this is awesome timing. But that he gets high on violence, like he's so high, Dustin, after a fight that he can't even like the violence gets him to a high that he's not making any sense. So you can't really take anything Dustin. You can't take anything Dustin says after a fight,
before or after.
Yeah, I mean, with any kind of salt, because he's so high off of the violence he just did. It's like
I didn't say that, but it sounds about right. That guy gets really into it, you know?
Yeah. Like don't talk to him right after the fight. He'll probably be normal a day or two later, but dude is jacked, Jones to the max. Like he beat Chandler by submission, and he's bitching at the ref there. It's like, bro, you won. Right? Anyway, high off violence. Remember that line. That's a great line. All right, so here we go. And this is, I got on this today, and Freelance Goon got back to me. Yeah, I'm old, Kenneth. I feel I'm getting old now. But these dudes, I only picked this tweet because it says simp. I hate that word. I hate simp. I hate mid. I hate these words, man.
No, the problem is simp is a real thing, but they're using it in a way that it's not. Like simping is way different than what they are using, like, they use it for guys who are being nice.
Yo, I can't stand the word. Let me see. My man put up some other ones. Let me see if I could find them. But I was like, dude, I can't deal with the word simp. Let me see if I can find a freelance goon. And let me see here. Because he had a nice little list, like an old man, like feeling like an old man, but like an old man list that I had, like, hey, this is like the words that I can't stand. Let me see here. Here we go. I got it. Ready? He said simp, alpha, beta, cuck, clown, mid, based, faded. Yeah. So those are the ones he his list is on point. I can't deal with that shit. Anyway, there's Mackenzie. I mean, she's, whatever, man. Like, I don't know. Like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I feel like you could tell they're young because, like, young dudes are, like, brainwashed to like a certain thing. Older dudes are like, all right, that looks pretty good over there, too. Like, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah, your standards change when you get younger or older. Right. Like, yeah, especially when I'm married, I'm like, just about anything looks good.
But I gotta tell you, I was with my lady. We were at this dog place. We gotta bring our bulldog Pit into. She got to do a trial at this like canine hotel, and we had a young, pretty cute girl showing us around. She got some arm tats. She's cute. She's the person that shows you around, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, so it's awesome, yeah, right, yeah," and she's like talking like this for like 30 minutes to me, and I'm just like. Right, yeah, awesome, yeah, and I'm like, I can't, like, I would never be able to like listen to that. Like, I don't care. I don't like looks her out the window right now because I can't. Oh yeah, oh that's great, yeah, and I'm like, why are you talking like that? Like, what is that? It's like back to Idiocracy, the movie, though. Like, that's the language being spoke, right?
Yeah, she probably just picked it up from one person, and all her friends speak like that.
Yeah, and imagine she's mean, like, hey. That's not awesome. Like, what are you doing? And it's dude, hey, that wasn't very awesome. We're breaking up. Like, the dude, like, I was like looking at her like I gotta go there Saturday to drive off dog. I might talk like her to her, like, hey, yeah, awesome,
yeah. You should do it back. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Crazy. So, yeah. So then we got I pulled a tweet from you, Ken. You got gave my wife a brick of cash for Mother's Day. Why did she give me a keychain when she came back from vacation? What's going on here, man?
I'm a married man. You got to take care of your wife.
Yo, I love it. You got the keychain now.
Yeah, I know. It has my own name on it, so I don't forget who I am.
You don't even like your name.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so this is one. Since you got the drug lord name, I like that kind of stuff. I stick to one of Elon Musk dancing, and I'm like, yo, like, all right. So there's drugs and alcohol that make you think you're dancing well, right? We've all been there before, I think. But yo, he's not on something that actually makes him dance well too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
like he can't get something that actually does what everything does to us, but actually makes him dance well. No,
I don't think the dancing gene might not be in him, like Stephen Hawking. Or the guy who played Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
they're too smart for their own good.
I do think this though, if he probably has a drug like an ecstasy type drug that also like is good for him, like or something.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
it burns calories or something.
It cures Alzheimer's or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's on something that like I don't know what he's doing there, but I had to pull that one up. All right, so back to the fights though. We did that. So we disagree on this one. That's cool. Like a lot of red. Some of these African fighters, though, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think they saw the Usman and Francis and Stylebender, and they're like, who knows? This might be the new Kazakhstan or whatever.
I mean, that dude Blood Diamond was terrible, like in his name.
And then you see Usman's brother, and it's like, okay, who gave this guy the pharmacy?
The steroids, dude. Like,
yeah,
that dude is on some shit. Yeah, I know. I saw him in the PFL. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when I saw him like his last fight, my wife was like, Didn't they ban that stuff? And I was like,
Right?
he's squeaking by somehow.
Yo, and didn't you see? I don't know if they're testing hard anymore. Like in the obviously in the bare knuckle, they are allowed to do it. But like, dude, Chad Mendez and what's his name from Philly? Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie
Eddie was
Alvarez,
on
yeah.
sauce, but Eddie wasn't on enough sauce to even notice because
Yeah.
Chad Mendez had like the Bader or the Vanderlei Silva traps or Victor Belfort traps. Like you were like, dude, what? Like they let those dudes juice to the max. You know?
I mean, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, especially as long as they can both do it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
like I think that idea of having like a clean league and then anything goes league is like a way we should look at things.
Yeah. That'll at least take away the disadvantage. Like we're both juiced to the max, you know?
Yeah.
So we got Natalia Silva. She looks pretty cute, man. Not to be stimping over her. And then Victoria Leonardo. So I got Silva's 14-5-1 heavy favorite. Again, I almost like if I'm a betting man, I almost want to put money on the because girl fights go either way almost every time. I don't care what the line is. But I took the favorite by a submission. What are you doing here? Do you see it?
Damn, man. I think I was leaning towards Silva.
Yeah.
But I think where did I see? I think I was impressed with the.
Victoria,
that was Silva. That was Silva.
Won her last fight.
Yeah, but it was Mandy Bohm, and I think she's already out of the UFC. And Chelsea Hackett, same thing. That was on Contender Series.
So what are you gonna do?
Doctor stoppage. Yeah, I'll probably go Silva. I think that's what I was looking at earlier. Yeah,
again, these women fights are hard. Oh, here we go. So this is Booger Beards, dude. Chase Hooper and Chase, he got his ass whooped last fight. And look, they've been trying to promote him. He's got a good personality. He does interviews. He's fun. He's young. He looks like Ben Askren's son, all that, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't think he's got it. It's an even line. Now, think about it. Again, we were talking about how these are like Sato. These are dudes that should have blown up. Hooper, they're on the undercard of Dern and Hill prelims.
Yeah, that's another thing to look at. They
So I have Fury.
Yeah, I think he lost. Yeah, his last fight, Fior.
Yeah.
Excuse me. His last fight, he lost by unanimous decision, but he was knocking people out before that. Rear naked choke, triangle. Yeah, it's gonna be sub.
Yeah, I got him knocking out Hooper. I think Hooper's took a lot of damage. Seems like he's getting back in there a little too often after beatings too. And I think the UFC wants him to win, but I don't think he will. He looks like a boy. I don't know. Like
I don't see anything except like mid-level gatekeeper on him. I don't see him rising, fighting for any belts at 155.
Yeah.
Who is he going to beat at 155? Who can he beat at 155?
The crazy part is he can like win, lose. He can end up with like Jim Miller type.
Yeah.
Career. Like not. I think Jim Miller was good. Jim Miller got to almost the pinnacles, but like this guy could be in the UFC for like
Cowboy
20 years.
Yeah, Cowboy. Do something like that. Yeah. Where you just keep fighting every 3 months.
Exactly. I thought this guy was retired, Latifi.
Yeah.
Did he not retire? This guy's like he's as old as me almost. I think he's 40. Versus Nascimento, who's 9-1. I got Nascimento. I think Ilar is just there for the check. But what do you got?
Yeah, Nascimento. I don't. As great as shape he is at 5'10", 253. Yeah, Nascimento. He came in hot and he keeps going.
Yeah.
No contest on his second to last fight. Split decision on his subs. Yeah. He's pretty well rounded.
Yeah, I mean, only heavyweight can you be 40 and like still be on like
and still be semi-relevant, if not very relevant.
And I mean, Latifi's got power, so like I guess you don't lose your power. So he's got this puncher's chance. Anyway, we got Orion here. Look at that, and his nickname is Galaxy. Orion Galaxy versus Gilbert Urbina, 6-2. Looks like he was on the Contender Series. Got the Contenders gear on there. I'm going with Orion. Slight favorite. I think he gets it done. What are you doing here?
He's probably the slight favorite probably works his way, but too many losses. Battle, knockout from Gore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Casso.
Yeah, Gore. Like, I mean, he's like he. And here we go. So Carolina has been fighting better. I thought she was finished. She got all that red there, and then I bet against her and she won. And I was like, she's kind of cute too. Actually, so that was not too bad too. Now you see, now we're talking here.
1 second.
So I'm going Carolina. I'm going to roll with her and try and get her third in a row. The other girl is on a 3-fight win streak, Vanessa, but I'm going to go Carolina. What do you got, Ken?
Yeah, I'm going with Vanessa.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this card will be like the least bet card because of all these women fights. It's hard to bet money on these women fights. It's like, it's like hard to like give a reason why you think something's happening, But what is this guy, man? This guy's got one name. His name looks like Misha Tate. Masa Hate. That's his name.
How do you get blessed with one name? Like
I don't know, man. I mean, he did it though. This guy's done it. He's 9-2, coming off a loss. He's a slight underdog, but I'm rolling with him because he's got one name. Versus Veroslav Borshev.
Yeah. Borshev is coming in with a 2-loss winning streak. Homeboy got one name. It's hard to bet against that kind of stuff,
I'm going with it, though.
Ken. He only has a 1-fight winning streak to Rafa Garcia.
Yeah.
Which is good because it's a bad loss because he's kind of good in Rising.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably go with the one name Bandit.
Yeah, we're rolling with it, Cat. Yes. Oh, here's another old celebrity here. We got Michael Johnson. So Michael Johnson, this guy has like 21-18. That's a Masvidal style record. Actually, he's even worse. I mean, he's almost 500 at this point. They've thrown him in there with dudes. He had all the potential in the world. He's all athleticism. They say he dropped Khabib. I don't know if that was a real dropping, but whatever. Versus Diego Ferreira, who's got a 3-fight losing streak. So it looks like they want Michael Johnson to continue this.
Yeah, I'm betting against him.
Fair enough.
20-18.
21.
Is 21-18? Sorry.
21.
22-18. Sorry.
22? I got 21 over here. Am I
you
wrong?
Do? Sorry, I'm looking at ESPN. They might. But still, those 18 losses, and then you look at the. Actually, yeah, he's probably bound for a win streak.
Right?
I'll probably. How old is he?
He's old, like 38, probably. I don't know. Like
that's okay. As a 35-year-old man, I say he's okay at 38. I mean,
look.
I'll go with Michael Johnson.
Look, he's old in fighter years, though. I mean, like, dude is.
But that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
a lot of these are gonna be close. When people complain about the UFC cards, I'm like, most of them are good match. Like, they might be boring fights, but they're pretty good matchups.
He's only 36.
Not bad. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll choose Michael Johnson.
I tell you what, he's got hands. Has he ever fought Bobby Green? I feel like that should be a fight. Johnson.
Yeah, I always feel like Bobby Green, him and Buckley should get in like a 3-man fight.
Yeah, that would be not bad. Yeah, I'm going Johnson as well. I'm not saying he's making a run at anything, but look, my man's got to feed his family, and he goes out and fights. And you know what? He always tries to put on a good fight. I mean, we've seen him smother before and like not be able to get up, but like he always wants to put on a fight. So, again, so this fight right here is like you're getting cut if you lose, right?
Yeah.
Andre Filio, again, a guy who was on the rise. Like one of those dudes that look, he's 16-6, but he's got 3 red losses in the last 5 fights. So at one point, he was 14-3. So, and Buckley here, my question on Twitter was, is he back with the Detroit Survivalist? Because if he is, then you got to go Buckley because he's back. Remember he had the Detroit Survivalist?
Yeah.
He wasn't losing, right?
ESPN said he's with Finney's hit squad, but that I don't know if that's just long term or not for this camp or what.
Yo, he needs that dude back, man. I'm telling you that. Everybody thought it was a joke, but he hadn't lost when he was with him. Look, Buckley again. Buckley could be the next Michael Johnson. Got a lot of talent. Yeah. He puts on exciting fights. He gets knocked the fuck out sometimes. And I'm going with him over Filio. I think Filio is more washed. I think Buckley is, he still has some gas in the tank. Will he ever be above anybody like a Holland? He can't get Holland knocked him out. He can't really get above those kind of guys. But he's fun to watch. I'll watch him anytime he fights.
Definitely.
What are you doing?
I'll choose Buckley.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, yeah, it's. I am more convinced with Buckley's record and accomplishments and the wild things he does. He's very athletic.
Yeah, yeah.
They're both crazy in shape, but he at 2 inches shorter, he carries the same amount of weight. That's really good, and he shows it.
Also, he showed some really good heart in that one fight when he fought that like up and coming dude. Like, he should, like Buckley's got some heart, man. He really does. Oh, we're back to women again. We got Ducati. I can say her name because I've heard it, Emily, and versus Lupita Gonzalez. She's Mexican. Now I got to tell you, man, the Mexican fighters, especially even the women, have been fighting really well. I went against the Mexican fighter, which I shouldn't, because I feel like every time I do this, the Mexican fighter proves wrong. And I love Mexican boxers over the years. I love them. Like, I mean, not so much Canelo because he fights bums, but like, all the other Mexican fighters.
Oh, come on. He doesn't fight bums.
He fought like last weekend and nobody even knew he fought.
Yeah, but everybody does that.
Not everybody. No. Back in the day, in the 90s,
like when Tyson. Okay, how about this?
After Tyson, like Shane Mosley, De La Hoya, Trinidad, when those guys got to a certain level of stardom, they only fought stars. Like there was no time when I didn't know De La Hoya was fighting.
Well, who would Canelo fight right now?
Anybody else but the dude he fought. A real dude.
After he
fight, go up in weight. He did go up when he got his ass whooped.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then when he cut down to 154 for Floyd, what do you think happened? So he's in a sweet spot. And then so he can only move up to so many pounds also carry his current belts.
So keep fighting the same dude then, like some dude that like is like, he shouldn't fight a dude I've never heard of.
I hate how that's like always the best option. 3, 4, 5, 6,
I don't know.
The Tyson Fury route.
I don't like that these guys, he doesn't have to go down to 50, maybe to 55 again, but he can go down. I feel like these fighters don't go up 1 or 2 anymore. Like they just or down 1 or 2. Like Manny Pacquiao goes between, he was like 119 pounds for 154. Like guys, Delo, they used to go up and down classes.
And
now,
he also didn't. He also didn't want to fight Floyd Mayweather with USADA drug testing.
Who's that?
Pacquiao.
Oh, he said whatever, man. He fought him. I mean, he hurt his shoulder. Whatever. Like, maybe he needed that to get up to that weight. It should let him do it. If he's a 119 pounder. Anyway,
no, well, he started. Oh,
sorry.
Oh, we didn't pick. I would say. Yeah, she beat Angela Hill, or she lost to Angela Hill.
They both did.
Unanimous?
They both lost to Angela Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. Both of them.
I'm probably gonna go with Godinez.
Nice, man. I didn't even look at the one she was Mexican until later. I'm like, I should probably change it because her name's Loopy too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Loopy, I like that.
That's another good name.
That's another check on why we should like her. Now we got Edmund Shabaza. He was also a dude. I feel like he was supposed to be somebody, right?
Yeah.
And I feel Anthony Hernandez is like a dude that's supposed to be somebody now. So
yeah, the Ultimate Fighter and Dana White Contender Series, they both came from that.
This dude looks like freaking what's his name? Cody Garbrandt a little bit over here.
Yeah.
So Edmund over here, like again, this card should be like titled like dudes that used to be somebody or should have been.
The would have been.
Yeah, and I like some of them a lot, but like it's just like look at all the red on these cards, like lost. So anyway, I have Hernandez by submission in 2. This is almost like a crossroads fight for Edmund. Looks like and it's like a gatekeeper. It's like it's not the gate, but it's like the fence to get into the gate. Right?
Yeah, the long yard to get to the gate.
Yeah, it's like the end of the driveway fence to get to like the next fence. So I think that he's guarding that fence, Edmund, and he's gonna let Hernandez through. What are you doing here? Hernandez is older.
Yeah, I'm probably
25. Edmund's only 25.
I like Hernandez.
Wow. He's only 25.
I see the subs, unanimous. He's fought on a couple of UFC. Yeah, I don't even know why he's on this card. He's on a 3-fight winning streak.
Right. I guess they need, I don't know, like, well, it's the co-main event. It's the co-main event.
Yeah, it's a filler fight. You know, who knows what's next. If he wins this fight, then he probably moves up, and then he can make his way back onto a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Who do you lose to?
Holland.
Oh, that's right. Holland took him out. That's right. And he was
everybody has a loss to Holland.
Yeah, anybody that is outside the gate will lose to Holland. Yeah. So remember we were looking at those tweets before, and Mackenzie didn't look as good. They put up 2 bad pictures of her when they're talking about simping, because this is a cute picture of her.
Yeah.
And then there's your girl Angela, who's Angela is maybe the Jim Miller of the women's league, because she's just been fighting forever. She's 15. She's got the same record as Johnson over there, Michael Johnson. She's got the almost 500 record there.
Yeah, which is bad.
Like an original women's fighter in the league, though. She's one of the last of the Mohicans.
Definitely, she Invicta champ. I remember those days. Yeah. I remember her first loss to Jessica Andrade.
She could take a beating too.
Yeah, she can. She gets a little scarred up though.
Is she a Hall of Famer?
No. I mean, damn. It's like the football thing where like you find out the guys who are like in the Hall of Fame from the 50s, and you're like, that guy wouldn't even smell a field today, right? Type thing. Where it's like all he did was a fullback for the Steelers. Like what is she probably would get in just because of the pioneer aspect of her fighting since 2014 and going until 10 years long.
I mean, yeah, because you could look at it the other way too. Like Ken Shamrock would never be in the Hall of Fame now. First of all, he wouldn't pass a drug test. Second of all, like he like they're all. I mean, that's before the game evolved into mixed martial arts. So she might make it on the strength of like a Robbie Lawler style, where she survived when the game changed and was still there past it, right? Because the game was very simple. Like the women's game has evolved since the Ronda Rousey with the one move, like arm, and like she's kind of been there through all that. So
she only has one stop or loss by stoppage. Out of all her losses, only one has been by submission. She's never been knocked out. It's all been decisions. That's crazy. That question, that's actually pretty good to never been knocked out in a loss.
Right, and she fought everybody. Right?
She fought everyone. Nunes, she went. I'm looking at this right now. What, 3 rounds against Nunes? All 3 rounds against Jessica. 3 rounds against Yoder. Damn, putting in that fucking work. fought Yoder again and beat that ass.
And her grandpa and grandma were abducted by aliens, bro. Don't
Yes.
forget that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm still bending. I'm still going against her, my man. So
I am too. I have to be honest with myself at the end of the day, you know. I believe that Dern is probably a little bit better to win the fight.
Dern. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she fought Rose, Tisha
She's
Torres twice.
3-2 in the last 5 fights.
Andrade. Yeah, man, she did fight everybody. She didn't
She
fight Waterson.
She's beaten Nunes before, so that, you know,
What
that
Nunez?
always adds.
What Nunez?
Oh, not Amanda. I'm sorry. I should have been Nina.
I was about to say, what are we talking about here?
Sorry.
I was like, there's only one.
But her loss to Rodriguez was, you know, all 5 rounds. So
yeah,
I guess you don't see as many knockouts in women's, but
yeah, especially in the Angela Hill fight, she don't get knocked out.
Yeah, she don't get knocked out.
Right. So look, I don't really care who wins this fight. I picked the fresher fighter, and you know, but again, when they do fight nights, look at all the records. They're always like cross, they do put the battles together that have to happen. It looks like these two have to fight, right?
For the most part, they do that. Every now and then they don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never put anybody on that isn't close to their own.
Yeah. Damn, look at that perfect weather behind you in the San Diego.
I'm trying to hide it.
Bitch. Right there. I see those palm trees. You don't need a cool background when you got San Diego back there.
I'm trying to hide
it. So let's get to your boxing match here. You know, I'm pretty much become a boxing casual. I really have trouble watching boxing undercards now. I feel like they should give us 3 fights or 2 fights at least that are like really good. They don't do that. Like, it might be a good fight, but it's not dudes that like they build their names up for like the regular fan. But I would love to have like somebody else on this undercard. Like, I don't know who the co-main, like they don't really have co-main events, I feel like, in boxing. You know, I guess Shakur Stevenson is too high up now, but like this kind of fight should have like a dude like Shakur when he was coming up as the co-main that I could see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the betting lines here. So you got this is the first time Lomachenko is an underdog, it says, in his career. I don't know when this line is from. I could be old, but Haney was a minus 250 when I pulled it. Lomo's a plus 200. You know, Haney plus 700 by KO. Haney by decision is a minus. Lomachenko by KO is plus 800. By decision 330. Draw 1800. If the judges get weird. What are you doing here?
Sorry, I have to find a charger.
Oh, yeah. Yo, kill your battery quick. And you know what? Speaking of that, my phone was at 2% at the ice cream joint, and I'm having trouble finding chargers that work right now. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. You know?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like I got to turn them around. Like, it's an Apple charger. I feel like I got wires that don't work anymore. I don't know, man. I'm getting frustrated. What?
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
See, they're messing with me, right? Oh, you set me up there, Ken. I see what you did. Wow.
Sorry.
All right. So what do you got here? You got what are you doing with this here? You could probably lead the dance here. I don't.
I'm gonna lead. Oh, I'm gonna lead toward Haney. Yeah. Haney's a bad man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight. Nobody's getting knocked out. I think it's gonna go the distance. Maybe some type of ref thing, stoppage from cuttage or something, but nobody's gonna get like counted out.
You don't think Haney can wear him down into submission? Not submission, but like just like
Lomachenko's tough.
He's tough.
Yeah. Do
you remember Kelly Pavlik at all from
yeah.
So I would watch his fights, and it would be kind of even in the first 2 rounds, and then whatever he would do to a dude, like in the 6th round, the guy would just be like falling apart, like his body. I guess his body work, whatever he was doing to the guys. But like some guys just grind dudes out by the 8th round. Even Tyson Fury does it now. I feel like Like you don't think he's doing much, but then like you see the dude in the 8th and he looks terrible. You're like, oh my god, what happened to that guy? You know, and I guess his body work, but yeah, I'll go Haney too. I think Haney is he's got a little bit of a mean streak to him. Did you see him talking to that bodybuilder on Twitter?
No. Oh, yeah.
And Haney's like, yo, I'll fuck you up in a street fight. And that dude's like, oh, man, what do you weigh? He goes, well, walking around 150. And the dude laughs at him, and he's like, yeah, you never been punched like by a dude that could punch. Like I could punch. Like so it's a kind of funny question. Like, what weight is too much weight for a street fight? I think that dude has only about 35 seconds, the bodybuilder, to get him. But in a street fight, as long as he can grab him and grab him up, he can win. But if you can't grab this guy in 30 seconds, then this guy will piece him up. So like it's street fights tough because like a boxer's hands are so quick, but that weight, like you're talking like that guy probably weighed 260.
I'm thinking whether that guy has done anything.
Right.
Wrestling in high school. Right. Hung out with bad kids in junior high, anything. But if he's just bodybuilded or whatever, build his body, whatever that is, I think you could be 300 pounds and 147 pound 21-year-old Floyd Mayweather could probably piece you up good.
Yeah, and I think really too, like Haney, say he hits the guy might just be like, yo, I don't want to be hit like that. Like not everybody wants to be hit or like can like might just be like, whoa, it's cool. But I always thought in a street fight, a boxer's like somebody really dangerous because they can hit you 5 times before you even like react. You're like, oh shit,
definitely.
Like, I better do something, but it's too late because I've already been like knocked silly. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll probably, this is on ESPN pay-per-view if people don't know that. And what time is the UFC? Is it early? Do we know?
It's 4 p.m. my time, so 7 p.m. your time.
So the fight, the UFC should run my time, your time too, but it would be different times. We'll run right into the pay-per-view where I want to see it. So yeah, it looks like it's leveled up nice for us to watch on Saturday.
It's probably going to still be a 2 iPad night.
yeah. You know how it goes, Ken. So yeah, all right. Well, we did it. We got to do some reactions. We got our picks in. Hey, are you in the pick'em for Rush Hour? Should get in the pick'em.
Is that the website, Rush Hour?
No, I'm gonna send you. I'm trying to get you hooked up with them here. Hang on. I'm gonna add you to this chat. Hang on. To see if you can add you.
Lomachenko has a loss to Teofimo Lopez. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was his. That
was a pandemic loss. Everybody's gonna remember those.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And he's been like, he's a Ukrainian, right? I was thinking about this too. Like they like how they went there and came back without getting killed. Like I feel like America, like if we're at war with somebody, if your celebrities stay, we're gonna try to get them first. Like the Klitschko bros are still there.
But you don't know where these people are. You don't know where the.
I feel like the U.S. finds them, like Uday and Hussein, like we blew them up like immediately, right?
Yeah.
They stayed. Uday and Kusei stayed, and we like blew up their building. Like
damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I feel like if the Klitschko stay, like our first target is Vladimir Klitschko. Like he's gonna be like, yo, just so you know, we don't care about him boxing.
Yeah.
My man to the pick'em. So the pick'em for your Rush Hour is really cool. And Jay does a good job calling the fights. You might like that if you're on the iPad chilling, because again, 35 and up, married, you go out a lot and it's safer than
no, not at all, 0%.
But I have no reason to. I don't want to go out and deal.
No, I'm good with my jacuzzi and White Claws.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jay calls the fights. If you don't want to listen to Biz Bing or somebody, Jay will call the fight. Sometimes he's like a couple seconds behind, and then he has to pick them and he'll put it up and like how you're doing, how's everybody doing. And then last year, I don't even know how I did it, but I won it. And I didn't put any money in. Like I'll throw him a couple bucks sometimes, just like for the call. You can hit Google Pay and just pay him a couple bucks.
Yeah.
But like I won like $250 or something.
Hey, not bad.
Free pick 'em. And because I had won 3 times and I had to split it with somebody, but there was a pot that I don't know where the money from the pot came from, but I got half of it. And I think I maybe won 4 events because every week is an event. And I think I won a bunch at the end. Like I just started winning them and I was hot. But I'm not hot anymore, Ken. But yeah, I was hot. So anyway, so I got to go put together an umbrella because that's what men do. That I was, I didn't.
Like a yard umbrella?
Yeah, procrastinated. Okay. So yeah, because we were having a party next Sunday for Memorial Day, and we got stuff to tighten up. People get a little nervous around party time. Not me. I don't give a shit. But you know how.
Yeah, me neither.
You know how it goes, Ken. So anyway, hey Ken, we're gonna do this again sometime, my man.
All right, bro. See you next time.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna hit the outro and hopefully our picks come through so we look intelligent. Right? Yo, enjoy that weather. You look intelligent. Yo, enjoy that weather out there, right, Ken?
I will. You too.
All right, see you, brother.
Say hi to Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I will.